Yeah, good morning, everyone. We had seen very good market in the US yesterday. Uh, US market continued its rally of the previous day and moved above the consistent resistance which it was facing. The S&P 500 was of 4380, so it crossed yesterday. So that is more of a positive sign. So it was there since last 7 8 days in that range, and now it has come out and broken on the upper side. So US market is giving positive indication. Even futures are also uh, futures of the US market are also positive. Yesterday, there was some positive development on debt ceiling, which has been agreed, and this has improved the sentiment in the US market. Today, US will see unemployment data, which is crucial considering the tapering is expected in next meeting. Uh, the employment addition expected at around 5 lakh. Last month it was at around 2.35 lakh. Last month it came lower as against expectation of over 7 lakh. It came just 2.35 lakh. So it was some weak data came last time. So now let us see how the data comes. If the data comes 5 lakh and above, then the tapering will be considered more prominent, and tapering will can be a bit higher. Uh, Apart from that, if you see uh, Chinese market, Chinese market has opened today, and most of the Asian markets are positive, and Chinese market is also positive. Uh, Apart from that, if you see the commodity, oil has again bounced back. The oil is now yesterday, which came down below 80 for some time, has now reached back to 82.5. Then in LME, aluminum was up by around 1.7, copper up by around 2.6. And today morning in China, iron ore is up by around 1% and steel is up by around 1%. Overall market scene looks positive. Today we have an RBI meeting as well at 10 o'clock. So one need to be watchful of that as well, as RBI may not change the interest rate, but may sound bit concerning about energy prices which are consistently increasing and can have impact on the inflation. So one need to be watchful of the uh, today's development on the RBI front. Now I'll request technical team to take up from here.
Yeah, thank you, sir. Good morning, all of you. Yesterday we see some positive momentum in market and Nifty again come near the resistance level. Yesterday Nifty closed below 800 level, nearby 800, 17,800 level, and we expect upside resistance level around 17,840, 17,900 in upside. So we can see the positive momentum, but if Nifty sustain 17,840 level, and then next level will be the 17,900. If Nifty fail to sustain 800 level in intraday basis in first half, then we see some slight-wise movement, maybe see Nifty downside towards 17,740, 17,700. So we can see the level for Nifty is 17,700 and upside 17,900. And Nifty right now trading the middle of this range. So we expect both side, if Nifty break out 17,840 level, then we expect the further momentum in 17,900 plus. Bank Nifty trading the important support zone, and yesterday also take a that support that 37,500, 37,300 at downside. Upside intraday resistance is 37,970. If break that level, then we expect further momentum towards 38,200 and above level. Nifty Finance also trading near the resistance zone, and support also placed near 18,400, and upside immediate resistance place around 18,475. If break that level, then we expect further momentum in 18,530, and below 18,400 it's dragged towards 18,340 level. Now, do we expect positive momentum in all three index? But next important resistance place near this level, so we can wait for breakout for fresh new rally for index. In stock specific, ACC looks positive at current level. We see yesterday's taken a strong support for 100 DMA, and we expect momentum at this current level and upside 2350, 2360 next target. Downside support place around 2200 at downside. Second, Motherson Sumi looks positive. We yesterday saw that volume breakout in Motherson Sumi, and also breakout the price momentum that is about 230 level and close above that level. So we expect further momentum in Motherson Sumi. Next immediate target for Motherson Sumi is 1 to 2 trading session is 250 to 250. Support at downside around 225 to 26. These two talks for intraday, and we can also take a position for these two talk. That's it for technical derivative guy and carry.
Yeah, thank you, Vikas. Good morning, everyone. So, as per yesterday's derivative data, as I mentioned in yesterday's session, that we might witness a buying momentum again in the market, and Nifty will take a resistance at 17,900 level. As we see the 3 month OI positions, we are seeing that from 17,800 to 18,000 strike, heavy call writer positions are getting added up. So till the time 17,800 to 18,000 strikes, positions are not getting shifted on a higher end. Till that point of time, we might witness the market to remain in the range. As per today's session, also we are seeing that the Nifty is likely to take resistance at 17,900 level. For a while in first half, Nifty manages to get stable above 17,900 level, then we might expect the rally to continue towards 17,970 to 18,000 levels. So as per all the OI positions, and as for yesterday's change in OI, we are seeing that at 17,800 and 17,700 strike, put writer positions are getting added up, and against that, call writer positions are getting unwinded. So this is showing a positive strength in the market and positive momentum in the market. As we are seeing that the SGX is also getting open up in a positive note, so we expect a Nifty to again reach in the first half towards 17,900 level. As we are seeing that the PCROI yesterday closed at 1.12 level, so PCROI again has a resistance at 1.18 level to 1.20. So from that point of view, once the Nifty comes around 17,900 and PCR comes at that point of time at 1.18 to 1.20 level, then we might again see some profit booking of 50 to 70 points on a downtrend. But overall scenario of the market looks positive, as we are seeing from the sectoral specific also and the stock specific also. Major breakouts have been seen in from last 3 to 4 trading sessions. So hold your long positions with the support of 17,700 on for 1 to 2 trading sessions, and for weekly support we are seeing that the Nifty has strong support at 17,550 level. As per stock specific, we expect auto counters and auto ancillary counters to show positive momentum in coming trading sessions. So from that, Tata Motor, Ashok Leyland looks positive, and the third counter is IEX, Indian Energy Exchange. This three counter looks positive and has given a major breakout. So keep watch on this three counter. Thank you.
Good morning. According to media, Dixon has tied up with Acer, the Taiwanese PC maker, for contract manufacturing of laptops. Initially, it will be for domestic market, and then possibly for exports as well. Almost 3/4 of such PC and laptops, tablets, etc., are imported into India. So this can be a big opportunity in the long run. Yesterday, during market hours itself, Piramal Enterprises said that they will be demerging the pharma business. They will be giving 4 shares of Piramal Pharma Limited for every 1 share held in Piramal Enterprises. This will be positive for all investors, and both companies will likely go ahead and improve their performance, and especially on the NBFC side, the business is available at cheap valuation, so there is some scope for upside in the stock. Also, life insurance numbers for September month have come out. They continue to be robust. The total private players AP increased by 37% year on year for September. Among them, the major outperformers were Bajaj, SBI, and ICICI. All three companies did very well. SBI grew its AP by 49%, ICICI Prudential by 41%. So expect both these stocks to continue to outperform. On the other hand, HDFC Life posted growth of 26%, which is below the industry level, and Max posted growth of just 8%. So within insurance, one can, from a short-term perspective, one can focus on SBI and ICICI Pru. Thank you.
Yeah, apart from that, Oberoi Realty reported very good pre-sales numbers. The pre-sales number came in at 829 crores versus last quarter of 170 crore and last year of 327 crores. So most of the company has reported very good pre-sales numbers in this quarter. Even though it was not a festive great quarter, and the festive quarter is coming in the next that is third quarter. So overall direction wise, for all the real estate companies, things are showing good improvement. No doubt the stock has already performed a lot in near term, but I feel the things can continue for some time. Apart from that, the company which are likely to report number on Wednesday, Infosys is likely to report number here. Sales growth is expected at around 5.8%. We had seen TCS expectation is at around 5.1%. So Infosys is likely to see a bit higher growth, and the EBIT margins are likely to come off a bit in this quarter, mainly on account of increase in salary which has been given by the company, and also the higher growth is also driven by the ramp up of their large deal with Daimler. So that is having some margin impact in the initial phase, and such margins are likely to come off by 100 pips quarter on quarter. Apart from that, Mindtree is also likely to report numbers, and numbers are likely to show good improvement of around 8.2% quarter on quarter in this particular quarter, and margins are again likely to come out by 100 pips, mainly on account of increase in salary which the Mindtree is giving in this particular quarter. The third company, IT company, which is likely to report number on Wednesday is the Wipro. Here again, growth is likely to be around 6.9%, but this will comprise of the acquisitions benefit which is happening in this particular quarter. Apart from acquisition, the core organic growth is expected at around 2.5 to 3%. And apart from that, margin which has declined last quarter mainly because of their acquisition part benefit of Capco, which was having lower margin, is further likely to decline because last quarter it has around 2 months of Capco consolidation, whereas in this quarter there will be a full 3 months of consolidation. So the margin is again likely to come off from last quarter. So the growth Wipro is adopting is through acquisition also, and this Capco they are targeting to turn around over a period of time. If you see the valuation front, TCS is valued at around 32 times and Infosys is valued at around 28 times, which looks more of a reasonable. Wipro, which was quite underpriced earlier, has now moved up the valuation. Just a second. Yeah, Wipro has moved up the valuation cadre in recent past after taking over of the new CEO, and now it is trading at around 26 time FY23. Mindtree is trading at very heavy multiple of around 43%, 43 time FY23 earning. So we had seen very good sharp movement in the Mindtree in recent past, and that has taken the multiple to 43 times, which is a bit risky. Considering if suppose the Mindtree disappoint on any of the parameter, then quite possible Mindtree may see some good correction. So one need to be watchful on Mindtree. And one more thing which I would like to add here is that generally Q3 is always good for IT companies, and Q2 is always good for IT company, whereas Q3, that is December quarter, generally see furloughs, that is December month do not have 3-4 month or 6-7 month of working days, and such their growth in the third quarter is generally soft. So going forward from here, the growth what is visible in this quarter may not be there in the third quarter, and let's rest we have to see how the commentary from the promoter from the management comes. So that's all from us. Thank you very much and have a good day.
Subscribe to our YouTube channel for in-depth interviews of India Inc. and press the bell icon so that you do not miss our updates.